Tell me about the first time you met Catherine Kelly Lang.
Well, I didn't like her at all, and I still don't.
The Bold and the Beautiful, production #1.
We were introduced to the world of the bold and the beautiful in March 1987. And more than 3 decades on, just 2 original actors remain, John McCook and Catherine Kelly Lang.
Well, it was pitched to me by Bill Bell wanted Susan Flannery, and he said, I have Susan Flannery, and if I can have you, I'll have you two be the grown-ups on the show, and we can start building the show from that. And I was flattered by that, and I said no.
Impossible is what we do best. And there's a word for that, making impossible into reality, and it's called magic, and that's what I want you to do out there.
You don't turn jobs like this down, and not when it's Bill Bell on CBS daytime, and, you know, we knew it was going to do very well. I mean, 34 years is out of the question, but it was good.
Brooke, what's happened to you? Brooke, please talk to me. What's going on? Who did this to you?
Well, my very first day, I was accosted and almost dragged into a van to then be taken off and, you know, be raped. So thank God that didn't happen. I fought my way out, and my first scene is bursting into my door, the front door at home, and just like, you know, out of breath and freaked out.
Mom, is she home?
No.
What about Storm? Donna?
No, I'll try to get them.
No, Katie. I just need to be alone for a minute.
Tell me about the first time you met Catherine Kelly Lang.
Well, I didn't like her at all, and I still don't.
I did my screen test with John McCook, and he made me feel so comfortable. I was nervous, obviously, because I was being screen tested for a CBS TV show. So immediately he took me in. He's like, you got this, you're doing great. He rehearsed with me. Is there anything else you want to do? Oh, you're fabulous. You rock this, you're gonna do it. It was so encouraging and so supportive and made me feel so comfortable that I did my best audition ever. And because of that, you know, I got the part. So, so I give him all the credit.
I was already going to be on the show, so they asked me to help do the screen tests for these girls, and I think it was only 3 or 4 girls that we saw for that part that day. And here was Kelly. She was so pretty, just like all of them, and when she started, I went, oh my God, this girl is really lovely. She was really good. She was real. She was a lovely actress with a good energy and a nice sense of humor. And when she finished doing it and left the room, we all looked at each other and said, that's her, you know? I remember that very, very clearly.
We've gone through so much together. And he's my kid's father on the show, and I was married to him on the show.
I, Eric Forrester, take thee, Brooke Logan, to be my wedded wife.
What was it like for you when Brad finally decided that Brooke and Eric were going to get together?
Oh, that was great. That was a great surprise to all of us. You know, we had been on the show for a couple of years, I think, at least. And a big romance with Brooke and Ridge, and big anxiety with Stephanie and Eric and so on. And so when this all blew up and Ridge turned her down and Eric went to her, and when they said that these two are going to get married, I thought, that's great. That was the first big upheaval that I think we played on our show. A big change, a big twist that affects everybody on the show. And so any big change like that on our show is great. And we keep doing that year after year. We keep changing things up and changing the chemistry, and it's wonderful. It's great fun.
We've been talking to all of the cast today, and everyone calls Catherine Kelly Lang Kelly.
Yes.
Is that her name that everyone calls her on set? Could you let us in on a secret?
Every couple of years, we do a Catherine Kelly Lang bus tour, which I think you've been on.
Yep.
You were on one of the inaugural bus tours, but now we do that with the fans. And so the first question I always bring up to Catherine Kelly Lang in front of the fans is, so is it Catherine Kelly Lang? Is it Kelly? Is it Catherine? What do you prefer? And so her real name is Kelly. So those who are her friends and coworkers, we call her Kelly, though she will also allow Catherine.
So this isn't just a visit?
No, Mom. I'm home.
You mentioned auditioning with Catherine Kelly Lang and getting to play her daughter. Do you guys have anything in common? Is there anything that you found out as you got to know her and you thought, oh yeah, this works?
She is, and I'm sure you know, she's such a warm, welcoming person, and she made me feel at home from day one, which for someone coming into a show, it can be intimidating when everyone else, many people have been here for 20, 30 years. So she made me feel just immediately like, you're my daughter. I mean, I basically have a relationship with her in life where I call her mama, and she is a wonderful human being. I really admire her not only as an actor, but a businesswoman. And I think the thing we have in common, our love of animals.
People can change. I believe there's good in everyone. Everyone makes mistakes. I know I have.
Eric, mistake implies regret. She's got none of that going on.
All right, that's enough. I won't have you talking about my wife in my house. Not like this.
The two longest-serving cast members on Bold and the Beautiful are, of course, John McCook and Catherine Kelly Lang, and everybody says such beautifully nice things about them, and that's because they are wonderful people. Have you got any secrets about either of them that maybe we don't know?
Oh my, too many jokes. Get out of my head.
Ooh, wonderful. See, I was actually just, before I came here to see you, I was with John McCook in his dressing room, and we were sort of debriefing from the day. I wish I had a really juicy bit of gossip for you, but I really don't. They are the people they seem to be. They are just wonderful, wonderful people, and the most professional people you could ever imagine meeting. I know this is not an exciting answer, but it's a true one.
You can see it's a nice big room. It's not just a dressing room. It's a nice place to sit and rehearse lines and eat M&Ms and
He's got the biggest bowl of M&Ms.
Yes, and from time to time, at the end of the day, we'll have an adult beverage in here. It's an interesting place to be.
I too have been in John McCook's dressing room, and occasionally you do get offered an adult drink when you're there, which is nice.
I censored myself with you. I was gonna say I was just in John McCook's dressing room having a drink, and then I thought, okay, maybe I'm not allowed to say that. I don't know. I haven't checked. Yeah, we were having a stiff drink.
Watch Bold and the Beautiful fast-tracked straight from the US on demand on 10 Play.